Hello, I'm Ricardo Navarro, and this week we cover the Strategic Partner Leadership Model. Just to start off, we'll start off with a little bit of what the Strategic Partner Leadership Model is and a little bit more detail. So first off, the acronym, what you can hear a lot of is a SPLM, which is the first letter of each word, basically of the model. And then the purpose is to ensure each side of the partnership get what they're told. So basically, if one side of the partnership guarantees or promises that, okay, if you're my partner, this is what I can provide to you, this is what I can give to you, just to make sure that they complete their words. And then it includes 6 total elements, which we will only cover 3 elements today. And then the 6 elements are metrics, vision, teams, goals, results, and processes. So it's basically, this model is spread into 6 different elements that if you complete all those 6 elements, it will fit in and it'll give you a successful model, and it will help make sure that the partnerships get what they're told and to guarantee that the partnerships have a good success in the partnership. Recent partnerships fail. According to Mark in the week 6 coursework, mismanagement or non-management of partnership is a key reason for partnership failure. I believe that's very true, and that's why I believe this model is so successful and is so healthy for partnerships. And this is why I found it very interesting learning about this model this week, because it is true. How many times is there 2 successful partnerships, but just because they aren't able to manage the correct way or the most productive way or efficient way, however you want to see it as, they fail? For example, the biggest partnerships that we see fail are in sports teams, where we see these superstar players, these superstar coaches, these superstar GMs, ownerships and everything, and then they just fell. Why? Because there's no management. The management wasn't alright, wasn't correct, they weren't on track, and this is why I believe this model is healthy, because it helps you figure out all the 6 elements into the smaller pieces, which adds up to the larger picture, which gives you that successful partnership. The SPLM helps give a guide to bring down the chance of partnership failing. So if you use this model, it doesn't necessarily mean that, okay, your partnership's gonna succeed, but it limits your chance of failing, because it kind of breaks, like I had mentioned earlier, it breaks down what you need to succeed to create a bigger succession, I guess you can say. So the biggest idea that I see, it's like in goals, I'm gonna mention it as well. With this model, I see it as when you have short-term goals, you try to succeed in every little short-term goal, but normally all those little short-term goals check off a little mark to give you that long-term goal. And I believe this model is basically, that's what it is, and that's what the 6 elements does. Each element's a little check mark to succeeding in the partnership. The first 3 elements that we would discuss today are vision, teams, and goals. That's why I mentioned that in goals. I'll explain a little bit more about the long-term and short-term goals. But that's basically, I believe these are the 3 most important elements. We learned about all the 6, but I want to really describe and teach you guys these first 3 elements, because I feel these are the 3 key elements to the model in order to find success in your partnership. The first one is vision, which is the purpose, the mission, and I believe that in order to have the purpose and the mission succeed, which is ultimately the vision, you have to have the correct core values. The reason that I believe you have to have the correct core values, it's because I can go out and have a mission or a statement or a vision or the purpose, however you want to, I guess, use the definition or that word as your, okay, this is what we want. We want a vision, we want a purpose, we want a mission, you know? So all of these little different factors benefit to it, but I believe that without the core values, you can't have it. It's like when you raise a family. You can try to be a good parent, but if you don't show the values to your children, they're gonna come out and do wrong stuff. So at the end of the day, you can tell someone, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But if you don't teach them the correct values on why they shouldn't do it, then the vision won't succeed. And it's the same way as being a parent. But this is where I believe in the partnership, where the 2 partners have to have those core values, where they believe in the same things. Where I believe, for example, I work at a credit union, where if 2 credit unions merge, as I said last week, they have to be 2 credit unions that want to bring the best member service, the best customer service to the members, instead of saying, I'm just going to do the minimal that I need just to get their money. Well, really, what we really want, we want to have the same values where we want to produce the best member service because we want to help them out. we don't care about the money. We care about helping them out, and that's what's going to bring the revenue and the success to us. And that's basically what the vision is. And that's why the core values are so important. This week we heard about how Disney has been so successful due to its core values being involved with their vision. So Disney, how much do they do for charity? How much do they do for families? Where all of it is based around family. Not just, oh, I want your money. But that's why they've gotten so much revenue, so much money from it. Because their values is to create the happiest time of your life. As they say, the happiest place on this earth is Disneyland. So that's basically what Disney does. They have this value of where we want to create happiness. We want to create good for families where they have memories forever. And it's not so much, hey, we have this vision of making $1 billion per year. No, it's we want to make them happy. And then people see this, okay, they want to do something for us. And that's when they create that appreciation and that success within the partnerships. The next one is teams. People are who run the actions of the partnerships. So basically, if you don't have good teams, the partnerships are not going to succeed because the teams are what run things. Us people, as humans, we have to run everything. Even when there's robots, machines, guess who programs the machines and the robots? It's us, the humans. So that's why creating the best teams so they can mesh together and work together. They help determine whether a partnership fails or succeeds because ultimately it's the people and the teams that are working together in the partnership to try to create the best outcome. This involves development of individuals. So it's not only, okay, we want to work together. It's also how much can we get the individuals to develop from both sides, from one partner to the other partner. So basically just trying to get the best outcome. And then also finding the strengths and working around weaknesses. So what strengths does this team have compared to that team? Okay, and if you have these weaknesses in this team, how can we make those weaknesses strengths? So that's how the teams work. And then the next one is goals, which can be internal and external goals. And as I mentioned, short-term goals and long-term goals. Making a clear and concise list per partner is recommended. I believe that's a great idea because when you make a clear and concise list per partner, you can go to the next bullet point, which is that way both partners can compare and contrast their list to see how they can get them all achieved. And it's the same thing with core values. You can create a list of core values to see, okay, is our vision, is our mission the same or is it different? And same thing here on the goals. Let's see what goals we can work together and help each other out so that each side of the partnership can have successful goals. The importance of the three elements. They cannot work or be successful without the three. To be exact, no vision is executed without the adequate teams, which leads to successful goals. So as you see, all three elements need to work together in order to lead to that success. And that's what I mentioned earlier, where it's a little checklist. So it's the same thing with the other three elements that complete the 6 elements. But right now we're just talking about these 3. Is any of the 3 elements more crucial than the other? In my opinion, I believe that the most crucial one is the vision, because that's where you set the core values. And I believe that comes from the hiring stage of each company, of each partnership, or each partner. That, okay, I believe in this. This is why I do a certain thing. And those are our values. So I believe that's the most crucial one, because without the core values, the vision fails, and then all the other elements will fail. And then the model fails. Overview. The strategic partner leadership model is crucial to the success of partnerships, but the Splm is not everything required for success. The Splm is only a model that is a blueprint of all the elements. If the elements are followed, it ups your percentage of partnership success. So like I mentioned before, it doesn't guarantee that you won't fail. It just ups your chances of having success and not failing. Besides following the model, you need to believe in it in order to find success. Because if you do something without believing in it, there won't be success. Same thing, I go back to the core values. Or if you guys don't have the core values of this is why I do it, there will be no success. This is my reference page, and thank you for watching.